Following on from our basic painting video, we're now going to look at some blending using glass paints. To do this, I've outlined some squares on a piece of acetate using Gallery Glass Outliner. We're going to use each of these squares to show you a slightly different technique of blending. In this first square, we're going to do a mixed blend of two colours, red and yellow. I'm going to load one side with red and the other side with yellow and let them blend in the middle. These are again Marabu glass art paints I'm using. Nice flowing paint, so it should blend well. Now to add the yellow. And we'll see what happens with that as it blends. Obviously you don't have to work horizontally along glass like that, you can work in whichever direction you like. This time I'm going to use water-based paints. These are Marabu Deca Glass. And on this square here, I shall work in a diagonal manner. Always turn your work around so you don't have to work over an area you've already painted. Again, I'm flooding this side, this time with purple paint. This time we'll just give it a little bit more encouragement to mix. We'll see how that looks when it's finished and dried. Another way to blend paints is to fill one area with a particular colour and then drop another colour into it, obviously a complementary colour. Here we're using turquoise pearl blue from Rainbow Glass Paints, and we're going to drop white glass paint into it. I won't fill it quite as much as I normally do because of dropping the next colour in. To achieve different effects by changing the amount of time you leave it between the first paint and adding the second paint. We'll now let this dry and see how it looks when it's finished. Another good colour, or non-colour, to drop into your paint is clear. That gives quite a nice little marbled effect. This time I'm going to use Vitrol paint by Pebeo. As the paint I'm using is violet and quite a strong colour, I'm not going to use quite so much of it before I drop the clear in. Don't feel as though you have to restrict yourself to two colours. we'll go back to the Paints by Rainbow Glass, and this time we're going to use purple and turquoise transparent with a bit of pearlized white. Notice I'm dropping this white in without touching any of the others, so I don't contaminate my paints. I will, when I've got enough white on there, and just go around and make sure every section is covered, like now. We'll come back to that in a minute or so and see what it looks like. For the last square, I've put down a base of white transparent paint by Rainbow Glass. That, along with black, is their least transparent paint, and I've dropped into that some flaming orange transparent. And again, we shall leave that for a while to see what sort of effect it has. Now that's all 6 squares completed. I shall have to wait a few hours to see how they finally turn out, although by the magic of camera work, hopefully we can show you quite quickly. And here we are a day later, and we have the results. I particularly like this one here, which, if you remember, was the blend of transparent white and flaming orange, the 3 blend pearl and the 2 blend pearl. They're all nice in their own way, and you'll have to experiment to see how you can achieve the best effects. Good luck and have fun with your glass painting.